What is up, everyone? Hopefully, everyone had a great Saturday today. I feel like everything is off. I feel as if it's not Saturday, but it's starting to reflect and feel like it is Saturday. So it's one of those weird things that with the holidays, with the end of the year, going to the new year, Christmas, New Year's Day, all that fun stuff. So Scott Brent, one half of Two Native Sons, and just wanted to share a couple different things, daily reflection coming today and whatnot. But the first thing is the aspect of Jasper with Tabala Creative Cuisine and Tabala's Food for Thought. She has a group that she ended up coming up with, creating and bringing people together. Creative collaboration is the group, and there is a Facebook page for that. There's also a website for that. We did a video earlier this week that we interviewed with Garrett, and so that is something that Jasper is very passionate about. It's a aspect of bringing collaborators together. So myself, with the Journey Beyond Divorce podcast, Patrick with Two Native Sons, Garrett with Moving Upstream Without a Paddle, quite a few different other collaborators and individuals that stream and utilize the platforms to get messages out. Just creating a space for small business owners to come on and share their stories. And so it's going to be very powerful because we do have a setup, and I think we're looking at the 14th of January. I think we're still trying to get that finalized and whatnot, but interviewing 24 business owners that day, having them come on and for 5 minutes just share their stories and really get that information out there, because we have to understand stories are very powerful. A lot of people are very busy and they don't understand what's taking place and the impact that's occurring because people don't take the time to share their stories. And so that's why I'm a very big proponent when it comes to, we all have a message. Our message is something that somebody else needs to hear, and they need to hear it so they can have that idea about what's going on. But it's also the one thing too is the shares the stories that are shared. So now I'm combining words and having my own language and whatnot. But it's the aspect of sharing what's going on, sharing the stories, and having that go out and other people hear it taking place. And just understanding that, hey, this is the struggle, this is what's going on. My struggle is a gift. Ultimately, that's the thing, is the struggle that's going on is a gift for you to share with somebody else, whatever it is and whatnot. So excited for that taking place for Jasper with Tabala, and given that space for us to showcase individuals, showcase the business owners, small business owners, and whatnot. And so I'm excited for that. And just to see what's going on, see the passion that's taking place and whatnot. And if you go on there, I've shared it on my Facebook page, but jump on there, take a look. If you know anybody that they could benefit from having their message shared, have them reach out to myself, to Jasper, to Patrick, to that whole group, and we'll make sure they get taken care of, get them in the right direction to go wherever we need to go and whatnot. But with the reflection piece that took place today, and there was a lot of imperfect action that really showed out big and whatnot. We did the live stream today, Patrick and I, and did unboxing and gonna get the cards authenticated and whatnot. But it was a interesting thing. It was one of those things that Patrick's like, man, it took me back to being that young kid unpacking the cards from the packaging and whatnot. But for me, it was fun. It was interesting, and I spoke on the live stream. I'm like, man, if you're missing and you can't find your creativity, I at least suggest going and grabbing a pack of Pokemon cards and really just kind of shuffling through them because it's so unique. Just some of how they reflect and they create these little monsters and whatnot. And like there was one that was a trash bag Pokemon. I was like, "Are we kidding?" And then there was another one that was like a Hex Nut Pokemon and a Cell Pokemon. And so it's like, man, you can get very creative and you can find different ways to really create something unique and have the juices flowing and whatnot to kick in your creativity mode and have that show up in a big way. But it was interesting because the first 20 minutes of the live stream, people really got to see the backside of that type of setup and trying to set it up and doing those type of live streams. And people really got to truly see that you sometimes you got to take imperfect action. And so I think that was a beautiful thing to really allow people to see that backside that you may not see, you may not fully understand, and you'll have individuals that sometimes they're gung ho and they're like, you go, 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 go. And they don't realize how much effort and time it takes. And so I think because I've talked about it, the fact that we were able to do the unpacking, dealing with playing cards, and it wasn't about the business, it wasn't about two negative sons, it was just about having fun. And so if you can find a way to integrate building a business, building with somebody else, and have fun, it's a beautiful thing because people get so caught up in trying to run, 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 and then they miss out. And so that's something that really, for me, I had a practice. I had a coaching session with one of my one of my classmates in my cohort and whatnot, and she had brought up. She's like, you know what? You talk about the fact that it's not going quick enough, and but then you also had some other things, and it was unique when she brought that up. It's she's like, so what can you do? I honestly think it's kind of taking that step back and slowing down and enjoying the moment, being there, enjoying the present aspect of where I'm at, and just embracing it. And it's it's just enjoying the journey and whatnot, and watching the growth and the progression taking place, and the destination's going to get there. But are you enjoying the journey? And so when she brought that up, I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Something that I have to focus on and whatnot. But it was a fun time today. It really was, just because we gave a deeper look and a look on the other side that people don't allow to see. And I think a lot of times too, sometimes as content creators, people don't want to show that either. They don't want to show the messy side of trying to create content. And a couple other things that are great shout out opportunities. So the Gazette has the voting for the best of the best, and I'll have to find it. I know Brittany Edwards and her mom, with the assistance of Patrick Massey, Decadent was nominated within the food category for desserts, I believe. And so they're up for the running for the best of the best, the Gazette's voting. And then we had Patrick with his insurance agency that's part of that list to go vote on. His wife Sharon got recognized in the Nell category for what she does. So nailed it by Sharon. She's on that list to go be recognized and be voted on. And then Jasper and Tabala were on the food truck section. And so it's a beautiful thing when you look and see in regards to the people that you know, the relationships that you have with those individuals, and knowing who they are and seeing the work and the effort that they put out come to fruition, where they can get recognized big by the community of Colorado Springs and get that recognition for what they do and what they bring and whatnot. So I want to give a shout out to those individuals because I know those individuals. I have relationships with all of them, and it's powerful because that's that collaborative, cohesive nets that we're building and working together and whatnot. So, and that's one thing that I look at it too when it comes to the YouTube piece, because with Two Native Sons, we do have the YouTube channel, and that's one of the things that it's just when you look at content, creating content, and going through those different platforms and different streams, YouTube's got different recognition points, and so I've seen individuals receive their awards for having 100,000 subscribers. And when I think about that, that is one of those things that takes work. It takes time, and it's bringing out the passion, sharing the value, sharing the passion that they have with individuals to accomplish that and grow that community, grow the tribe and whatnot. And so knowing that, that's something that's just part of the bucket list with Two Native Sons and building different things and whatnot, just to get that recognition and just to know that, hey, by the consistency, continually showing up and doing what we're meant to do and providing the value and the content and being consistent, it's just a testament. So that's part of the bucket list for myself. Just part of growing and progressing and whatnot. But then the other interesting thing is my oldest. Earlier this year, July, I think, she ended up creating her own YouTube channel. Posted one video, and then yesterday she was talking about it, and I was like, okay, so when was the last time you posted? So she looked and she like, the last video I posted was July. So she's talking about wanting to do it, but I'm like, okay, so right now we only have one video posted, and you talk about wanting to do something big, do something different, and it's unique to watch. So she is on the verge of rebuilding to start growing it. And I told her, I was like, what you need to do is you need to go and look at kids your age and see the type of equipment, see what they've utilized to build the channel. And so I'm proud of her because, like, today we went to Walmart. Both my kids had gift cards to go to Walmart. So she utilized her to get some pen and a notebook. And I talked to her and I was like, you want to have a notebook with you, so that way when an idea comes or as you're building your list and whatnot, you have that there with you. And so proud of her doing that, utilizing her money. She could have got anything, but decided to get a notebook and pen just to start building that. And then we talked too. I was like, if that's a goal of yours and that's something that you want to do, then when it comes to birthday, special occasions and whatnot, if that's truly something that you want to do for your birthday and for those different occasions that you get presents, either ask for money to buy your equipment or build your list and let people know, hey, this is what I'd like for my birthday, and go about it that way. And so it's very interesting. But I'm proud of her taking that initiative. And I told her, I was like, this is you. I'm going to take consistency and hard work and showing up and whatnot. The funny thing, though, that I have to laugh. We were talking, and it's the whole parent-child dynamic. So if you have kids, you understand that a lot of times being the parents, they don't want to listen, which is okay. It's that unique dynamic and whatnot. And then she was talking about how she was going to work with her mom to help build the channel. And I was like, okay, I understand that's great that you want to work with your mom. And I didn't take this, it wasn't any offense. I didn't take it personally or anything, but I brought it up to her. I was like, okay, when you look at myself and your mom, who is doing YouTube? Who's built a YouTube channel before? And she's like, you have. I was like, okay. And so I brought it up. I was like, okay, so if you work with your mom and if that's what you want to do, that's great. But you've got two individuals, yourself and your mom, that haven't done it before. So it's going to be two people trying to learn on a learning curve. And you may have somebody doing that may not be passionate about doing it. They may be doing it because it's their kid and whatnot, but if the passion isn't there, it's going to be hard to really stick with it, because if you got a mentor or whatnot and they're trying to help you out with something that they're not passionate about, how long are they going to stick around? How long are they going to be effective in your life and whatnot? So we were talking about this today, and she's like, "Well, I got a friend that's doing YouTube." I was like, "Okay, are you gonna talk to her, or are we gonna work together?" And she's like, "I'll talk to her." I was like, "Okay, that's cool. It's gonna be better off for you for talking to somebody that's been doing it and whatnot." But it's just funny because that was one of the conversations that we had. We had a real authentic conversation, and I brought it up to her, and I was like, "You know what? This is the child parent dynamic. A lot of times, kids think they know everything. They don't want to listen to their parent. And I'm like, this is just part of growing up. This is just part of being a kid. And I think when I look at it on my side, being the parent and whatnot, if I could have taken offense to that, I could have got angry, but no, it's just we had the conversation, just brought up some different things that she may not have considered, and just really had the growing moment, the connection piece and whatnot. So, but I know a lot of times parents may take offense to that, and they'll get angry and upset and make the kid feel bad for that decision and whatnot. But it's like, no, you want to support the kid, support your child and whatnot. But there's things that they may not see. There's things that they may not understand, and so maybe you want to share those points that they may not realize, and that's the question you could ask. And so in my situation, it was okay. What happens if you work with an individual that hasn't done this before? What could that do to you when you're trying to build it? And so it's just asking that question, having the individual think differently, start formulating and looking outside of themselves because we each have their own experience. And so that's what's going to limit us. That's going to cause us to have the start of the growth and whatnot. And so you just never know. But this was just for me. It's just that daily reflection. I know a lot of times I come with different information, different value pieces that I provide. A lot of it's from reading, but today it was just looking and reflecting on the day and just sharing that because I think one of the beautiful things was when Patrick and I were setting up the stream, allowing people to really really see the messiness and see that it's not perfect. We're taking imperfect action because you may have individuals like, man, it's got to be perfect, or I can't do it because of X, Y, Z. But by seeing that, that give them that spark. Okay, I can do it. It may take some work and whatnot, but I can do it. And so like I say, if there's anything that you have on your heart, anything that you're looking at and you just don't know how to get overcome, you have a dream, a vision, a passion, and you don't have the support, you don't have anybody that's there to help you lift you up and push you, reach out to myself, Patrick, any individuals that have watched the videos before with their comments. Don't hesitate. Reach out to somebody so we can help with the guiding post for you and just getting you where you want to go and where you want to be at and whatnot. And there may be some changes coming in regards to the divorce podcast. So we'll see. I was talking to Miriam tonight, and she's talking about she doesn't feel as if she can put her all into it, and so it may be where it's just myself, and she has talked about potentially just recording one time a month, and so it could be where what it's been the last couple of weeks, just myself, which is okay. And so I expressed her, and I was like, "Hey, I understand. That's okay. You've got to make the best decision for yourself, whatever you're feeling, because sometimes you'll start a project and then it truly maybe you're getting burnt out or you're getting tired or you're not seeing the results that you thought you were going to see, and so you gotta trust the process and whatnot. So if it happens where it's just myself doing the podcast, then that's great. I told her thank you. It's been great for that part of the journey, but I am grateful for our friendship that we have that we've developed just going forward and whatnot, and having that bond that we've been able to bond over with our experience and just building the podcast. And so that may be a change that's coming. Which, you know what, change is the only inevitable thing that is always occurring in life. And so you just pivot, you do what you need to, and go. And then there's another platform that I came across, and I've seen it on my Facebook feed a little bit, and it's very interesting. So it's called Stereo, and it's another application that you can utilize. but it's unique because it's a platform where it's another way to have conversations, and you end up being partnered with people you may know, or maybe the algorithm works where there's individuals that have the certain interests that you have, and so that is something that's on my plate, and it's just another avenue that just to build the conversations, just to connect with people. And I'm excited to see the outcome of that platform. So once that's up and running and I start touching on a little bit, I'll share my link that you can come and check it out and whatnot. And just the interesting with the platform, it's just another way to get out there and look at it too. Because if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to increase your audience, you've got to leverage other people's platforms. And so this is just another way to leverage individuals with their audience and the people that they know and get in front of them and just build it that way. So I'm excited. Like 2021 has started on a great foot, and it's all about the growth and progression. And so I'm excited, and it's been a beautiful thing. It's only been a couple of days since the new year started, but good things are already starting to come out of it, and it's only the second day into it. So very, very excited about it. But any aha moments that you took away from this video, watching it on the replay, I'd love to hear those aha moments, anything that you took away from it, anything that stuck out. If there was something that I talked about and you have a different perspective on it, man, I'd love to hear your perspective. Just because that's a piece of the learning piece. That's the way we grow and progress, is by hearing and viewing and listening to the opinions of others. And that's the beautiful thing about this is let's grow together, and the differences of opinions is great because that's what makes us each unique as an individual. So but again, thank you guys for your time, thank you guys for your support. I look forward to continue growing and coming and providing value and helping you grow and to reach your goals and go from wherever you're at to that thriving level that you want to go. So other than that, I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a great Sunday. I love you guys. Peace. Catch you guys later.